Hello, everyone. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. Today's video is SOP, Standard Operating Practices. Okay? SOP. So, we'll wait for everybody to get on here. Facebook, do me a huge personal favor and send this out. Send this out to everyone. And I got to go back to settings because that'll bring up people. There we go. Hi, Bill Shoemaker. Thank you so much. That's really, really kind of you. And Facebook, thank you so much for reaching out to everyone in my audience. And thank you. So again, today we'll wait for just a couple minutes here, couple more seconds, and we'll go ahead and get started here. So this will be great. Hello, my incredible wife. Love you, Terry. Thank you for supporting. Hey, Matthew. Great to see you on here. Love and appreciate you so much. Looking forward to Zooming with you a little later. We're already after the hour, so I'll get started. So hello, everyone. My name is Robert Hollis, and today we're talking about SOP. SOP. And what this basically is standard operating procedure. Standard operating procedure. Now, I've never done this training before. And hi Marty, hi Ola, hi Kai, hi Pat. And one of the things is I got a different way of sharing this. And the reason why is because today I chatted back and forth with a pilot. And I never ever thought about this before. So listen to this, right? A lot of you have heard me say that you need to do things a certain way. And yesterday on the video, I said something that I've never said before. And the reason why is I just come directly from my heart. I just come directly from my heart. And here's what I want everyone to understand is when you're not confident, when you don't believe, and you're not confident in your abilities to do something, listen closely, your abilities to do something, then you will listen. You will listen to anybody. Not only anybody, but everybody. And so the biggest reason that people fail in anything in life is they learn a little bit from this person, 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 a little bit from this person. And so I was talking to this guy today, and I hope that he enjoys me sharing with you guys. But bottom line, as I was going back and forth, I found out this guy was a pilot. And believe it or not, I've flown a lot. I have flown a lot. I could never get my pilot's license because I couldn't get a medical release. Unfortunately, I struggle with kidney stones. And so I even got sort of mad a little bit. And I said, well, so what? And they go, have you ever gotten a kidney stone where you just couldn't function? And I said, yeah. He goes, that's not going to be very good in an airplane. And it's sure not going to be very good if you have people in the airplane. I went, okay, you guys are smarter than me. Hi, Gwen. Great to see you on here. Hi, Scott. Hi, Susan. And Margaret, nice to see you on here. And so one of the things where I know that people mess up, and I said this yesterday because I was like, why does people listen to everybody? Why do people listen to multiple people? That would be like, here's the best one for you, is let's say that you wanted to cook a certain meal, right? And you knew a chef that did this meal or this dessert better than anybody. So you go learn from them. Imagine having the time and the money to actually reach out to them, set an appointment with them, and let them show you the certain way, the procedure of how they do things. And when you watch somebody, it's all these little tiny things that make the hugest difference. Like you're watching them mix something up and they got this temperature gauge in there and they only add certain ingredients at certain times. There's a sequence a sequence, like a combination on a safe. There's a sequence in the way that they do what they do. And so here's what people do. They go, I would like freedom. I would like to, perfect world, I'd like to quit my job. In a perfect world, I need to make more money than I made at my job. So I want to make more money than I'm making at my job. I want to do it consistently so I can quit my job or double my income and get my significant other, my wife, my husband, to retire from them. Or I'd like to retire my parents. I'd like to take care of my siblings. I'd like to give to a charity. So those are the grand reasons why you're doing what you're doing. Here's the problem. You run into someone like me that will show you the SOP. I will show you the certain way. I will show you the standard operating procedure. I will share with you the sequence, when you should say what and how you should do it. And it's because your inability to believe and have faith in the process, in the procedure, that you'll listen to anybody. So now you got a little bit of this person and a little bit from this book and a little bit from this trainer and a little bit from this trainer and a little bit from this book and a little bit from this cassette tape. And now what you got is all these different ways of doing it. And what you're really trying to do is you're trying to make a way for you to do it. And I've said this in every training I can possibly think of. Every one. Is there's not another way. There's not another way. So when I was talking to this pilot, I've never heard of SOP. I've never heard of standard operating procedure. And he was able to get it instantaneously, and that's why I wanted to do this video. I asked him, I said, listen, as a pilot, do you go through a checklist? And he goes, yeah, they're called SOPs. SOP? Yeah, standard operating practice. So if you were flying in an airplane, which I'm flying tomorrow to Vegas, and you got pilots and the co-pilot that comes in, would you like them to do the procedure exactly the way the pilot should do it? Or do you want them to just make it up, just apply anything? See, it's because of the safety of all the passengers on the plane, where there's a sequence. The pilot's sitting there, and the co-pilot's sitting there, and they go, okay, this button first, click. This button second, click. This button, click. This button, click. Click the engines on. Everything is done in a sequence. Gwen says, I'm engineer. Me, I was an automotive engineer. And the problem with people is I don't know if it's arrogance, rebellion, God, I don't know what it is. It's like, well, Robert makes millions of dollars and he does SOP. He does standard operating procedure. This is the way he does it. I ain't doing it that way. So then you go find another mentor, or you find another audio, or you find another deal, and you go through all these different ones, and here's the worst part. It's your non-belief in you. It's your non-belief that you can learn to do this in a certain way, that you can do the process. And so what you do is, it's your lack of faith and belief in yourself and doing the process is where you think you're missing something. See, I'm missing something. There's a missing link. There's just one more thing that I need to know. So you listen to this person, and you listen to this person, and you listen to this person, and you listen to all these other people because your lack of confidence and belief in you. Find a way and do that way. Kai, I'm going to say something, and I'm not saying anything negative. But I'll notice that Kai will say, hey, Robert, great video. I'm going to do exactly what you and Aaron and Jenna and Josh. It's like, wow. Our first point of leverage, our first thing that we do, the first thing that we click, all of us do it differently. Aaron doesn't peak the same way I peak. Neither does Josh and Jenna. So if you're doing some of Aaron's and some of Jenna's and some of Josh, are you guys watching this? And the same as mine, what you're doing is going back to the ingredients of making it. So you want to make a perfect dish, and what you do is you use some other kind of recipe, and then another part of this recipe, and another part of this recipe, and another part of this recipe. And then you mix it all up and you serve it to people, and they go, that tastes like garbage. That's the worst meal I've ever. And then you know what people do? I'm doing exactly what Robert's doing. I'm doing exactly what Aaron's doing. No, you're not. And it's your lack of belief in your ability to practice the mundane, to be bad at something until you get good at something. So the first time that I learned to do anything on an automobile, I had to learn. There was a sequence in how you changed oil. There was a sequence on how you change brakes on a vehicle. And when people don't follow that way of doing it, it's pretty funny. It's really funny. And I don't need to go into technology, but if you do things wrong, it costs you more time. It costs you more money. And sometimes you don't even get the results correct. So when you're setting down, the reason that a co-pilot learns from a pilot is not only to watch the pilot and learn, but also to second the check marks. Okay, we're in the plane. Yep. Flaps. Yes. Rudder. Great. They follow a sequence that both of them check on it. And that's why plane after flight after flight after flight after flight after flight after flight, why I'm getting on a flight tomorrow, and I'm almost 1,000% know I'm going to make it to Vegas. I just know I'm going to go to Salt Lake, and then I'm going to go to Vegas. Because someone's willing to get rid of their ego, edging God out. They're not willing to be rebellious. And I'll say something to you in the end of this. Because until you humble yourself and willing to follow one person that's documented and helping other people succeed. So I know there's so many people out there that learn from so many other people. Well, Ray said this, and Eric said this, and Danny said this, and Jordan said this, and Todd said this, and Greg said this, and I'm just like, for the love of frickin' God. Find a person that will show you their back office. My mentor taught me this, and it was the most incredible lessons that he's taught me. He said, Robert, you listen to somebody and you follow their procedure, their standard operation procedure, and you get their lifestyle. You better frickin' know that they're making money last month, that they're going to make money this month. Bill Gould taught me to say to somebody, people reach out to me all the time, every day. Hey, I would like to see you check out this company. And I'll send them my video, show you the money. I'll say, listen, I'll show you a video right now. And they're going, well, what is this? This is a video of my income. This is a video of my income. You can go to documentationbeastconversation.com. I'll show you my income. The income disclosure. I'm not only going to show you my income in my back office, I'm going to show you my income going into my bank account. Now you show me your last 3 months' income. You know, your life is too serious. Time is more valuable than money for you to waste it doing 1,000 different things that you shouldn't be doing. Here's the thing that you're looking for. Here's the thing you're looking for. And if you don't do it, shame on you. You go from ignorance to stupidity. You ready? A, find a documented person that's willing to show you their last 3 months' income. 2, make them show you a number of people that you can reach out to that they've helped get to the lifestyle that you want. If you don't do those 2 things, you deserve everything that's happening to you. And I'll close you with this, because people are not going to like this statement. I believe in the universe. I believe that good things come to people that believe in a higher power. And I believe this next statement, and people don't like it when I say it. I believe the universe is protecting people from you. Did you hear me? I believe that the universe is protecting people from you. Because if you don't know the procedure, if you don't know the standard operating procedure on how to get a person enrolled, how to get a person a payday, how to get a person to help a person get a payday, how to help a person get a payday, help that person get a payday, how to help that person get a payday, how to get to 1K, how to get in profit. If you don't know how to do that, then why would you get an individual? Now you get an individual and they go, oh my God, I've always wanted to make this recipe. I've always wanted to make this recipe. And you're like, I learned from so-and-so chef on how to do that. I know how to do that recipe. I know how to do that dessert. And then they get in with you and you don't even remember the checklist. So you use a little bit from this person. You use a little bit from this person. You overtrain them. You overtrain them. You overtrain them. You put them in too many groups. You put them in, check out this video, check out this video, check out this video. Get in this group, get in this group, get in this group, get in this group. And confused people do nothing. You overwhelm them with so much different things to do that the person says, I can't do this. I can't do this. And so they don't do it, and they don't introduce you to anybody, and they don't get a paycheck because they followed your messed up procedure. I just heard a thing it was a couple months ago, maybe a year. You got to have this boarding procedure. And I'm going, I've never even heard of that. Well, you got to have this onboarding situation. And I'm going like, what? Who the hell put together this 13-page manual? I'll leave you with this. Please listen. I wanted to learn how to fly. Step 1, I went and looked online and found a flight instructor. In fact, the flight instructor is less than a half a mile behind my home. The Laurel Airport. I called them up. I went and met with them. Listen closely, because you guys, if you don't get this, you are going to miss it. He says, how long have you been wanting to be a pilot? I said, you know what? Really, honestly, a long time. And he goes, perfect. Perfect. He goes, let's go. You got time? I said, yeah. He walks me out to the airplane. And I'm watching him do the SOP, the standard operating procedure. He looks at the flaps. He looks at the rudders. He looks at the wings. He goes around and makes sure there's no water in the gas. I don't know what he's doing, but I watch him do this little thing. And I'm watching him. Took him less than, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. He says, get in a plane. I said, really? He said, yeah, you want to fly, don't you? I said, yes, I want to fly. He goes, let's go flying. Gets in, puts the headset on, tells me to put it on. He's talking to the control tower, gets clearance. I don't know what all this stuff is. Then there's this dash. Oh my God, there's buttons everywhere. And he goes, click, click, looks at this piece of paper, click, 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 looks at this piece of paper, click, 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 grabs this piece of paper, pulls these things back, click, click, click. Are you guys listening to me? And then he presses these two buttons and the motors, they start up. Plays with the throttle. What if, I'm not done yet. Keep on the story, Robert. Tower, yes, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what he's saying. Clear, clear, affirmative. Okay. Talking to the tower, blah, 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 clear, clear. Okay. Pulls the throttles wide open, pulls up. Now we're in the sky. And he looks at me and he says, hey, this is how you fly. Here's the steering wheel. I just want you to learn how the steering wheel works. And I'm like, doing it. Then he says, this is forward, this is back, this is down, this is up, left or right. Okay, I got it. And then he lets go of the steering wheel. And I'm flying. And I'm going like, wow, this is awesome. Then he had me do a turn. And all of a sudden he says, when you turn, plane's going to go down. So you got to use your left foot in the rudder to keep the nose up. Make a left turn. Make a right turn. Listen closely. I'm now flying a plane. I'm looking over. His feet are not on the pedals. His hands are not on the steering wheel. It was one of the most exhilarating things I've ever done. I'm flying a plane by myself. That's how you get people excited. You know where most of the people mess up? Is he could have said, hey, Robert, why don't you come over? I said, okay, I'm coming over. He takes me in a classroom. He takes me into a classroom. Opens up all these books. Starts going through the books. This is your book on this. This is your book on this. This is your book on this. You got to learn this. You got to learn this. And I'm going like, oh my God. How long is this going to take? Takes a normal person, 6 months. What if he just told me to go through all the books, to go through all the training, to go through all the stuff, instead of just putting my butt in an airplane, not explaining anything to me, and just getting me a result, just getting me an experience, just getting me to dream and visualize what it's going to be like when I'm a pilot. He was there at any time to grab the wheel. Did you think that he let me land? No! He didn't let me take off, and he didn't let me land. He did that for me. He showed me how to do it. That's going to come later. So in this business, you got to get someone enrolled. You got to get them a free affiliate. You got to help them get that free affiliate a free affiliate. You got to get those affiliates to buy product. You got to get them a paycheck. Just do the standard operating procedure of getting someone a result instead of all this craziness that confuses them, makes them think they can't do it, makes them think like they don't have enough time. And I'm done. I'm out. When you can get someone to visualize an experience that they're going to have if they just do something simple. If you don't know what that procedure is, you can go to Robert Hollis, roberthollis.com/free. Those videos are in there. Matthew's put them in categories of the basic steps that you need to do to get a result. If your upliner, the people that you're learning from are doing a million things, or even worse yet, they want to introduce you to a new trainer every month. Every 2 months, here's a new trainer, here's a new trainer, here's a new trainer. If you want to learn how to fly, you find an instructor, you follow that procedure until you learn how to fly. It's not going to help you to go to instructor, to instructor, instructor, to another instructor, to another instructor. That's not going to help you. So I love and appreciate you. Thank you for sharing. If you know people that are struggling, really struggling, and they want this business to work so well, this is the key ingredient. I sort of blew my mind yesterday when I said that, because there was a time in my life, listen closely, there was a time in my life where I didn't have faith, and I didn't have confidence, and I didn't have belief in me, and I would listen to frickin' anybody. Hey, oh, Jimmy, oh my God, did you see that Jimmy's on the leaderboard? Let me reach out to Jimmy and find out what he's doing. Oh my God, did you see Alice's ad? Oh my God, that's a great ad, and she's got a website. I wonder what Alice is doing. Oh my God, did you see so-and-so's TikTok video? Oh my God, I wonder what she's doing. Why would the universe introduce someone to you? So you could steal their opportunity away from them? Wow. And you know when you know the procedure, because you get a result. A consistent weekly check, a consistently monthly check that keeps going up. Find a way, find a person that's documented and helping other people earn income, getting a result. I love clicking in my back office and clicking on new rank advancements and seeing all the new rank advancements. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning doing a training in Mongolia. You know, so I got like 600-700 women in Mongolia that are taking care of their families. Simple, duplicatable, make it work. I love and appreciate you. Please share this with people that are struggling. I believe in you. I know you can do this. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. I love and appreciate you. And I probably won't be on a video tomorrow. It'll either be early or late. I haven't made up my mind. Because I'll be flying to Las Vegas to meet a bunch of leaders that are coming in my organization and into MDC. So like 30 of them. So love and appreciate you. Talk to you soon. See you on the next video. Bye for now.